Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's Gio Dee. I just finished doing my podcast with Dover Don't Purple World. Tap in, fuck with Gabe and all the gang, you know what I'm saying? Listen, trying to tell you, we finna change the fucking world, the globe. All this new shit about to drop, bro. Come tap in, listen to this fucking great
Cartier next, Richard Millie after that. Yeah, I had your bitch, nigga. Trust me, you can have her back. Switched on me once, trust me, nigga. I ain't jacking that. Straight fight to the face, nigga. Trust me, I ain't passing that. Woke up in the morning, I see millions on my phone. Good in every zone, I get love from the zone. Grandma see me, she say, baby, you a vagabond. Serve what they need, fuck any bitch I want. Real life, real life, real life, oh.
What's good, Do Over Don't? Purple World episode 94. Today is the last time we're doing a returning guest. We're going to go back to getting someone new on every single week starting next week. But would it be right if we did this whole month with the returning guest without doing an OG? I think this is your fourth or fifth time.
Nah, it's my third.
No, because we did the OG one.
Yeah, with Polo, Dion, and Dino.
No, I'm talking about before that when you got tatted in the studio.
Oh,
that
so
shit.
this is the fourth time.
This is, yep.
I forgot about that one. That's crazy.
Bro.
That's hard.
Yep. So, but you've been on the platform for years. You've been making noise in the scene for years.
Hell yeah, bro.
I've been able to develop a fucking relationship with you. Everyone at DOD has.
Yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't be
my
right.
guys.
Bro, Mr. Gio Dee.
What's happening, man?
What's
happening?
Gucci, yo?
Ain't shit, man. You know, locked in. Excited for these next few months. Finally, everything rolling out, you know. Took a while, but, you know, had to make sure everything was right behind the scenes, so.
I was going to say, because I be hearing, even though I don't be here all the time, I be hearing from Sully a lot of shit going on, and I see how much you're here recording.
Yeah, for sure.
But for everybody that's watching, I feel like this year for you, from my point of view, has just been kind of like what you just said, a major prep year. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's
2023 was definitely that, for sure.
I feel like you've just been cooking nonstop, and you're about to be giving out 5-star meals every other week this year.
Hell yeah.
So just
the same way how Future had his run, you know what I'm saying, where he was like consistently back to back with projects and all that. That's literally what I'm about to do. Because there's nobody from Mass that's really done that consistently outside of like, it's only one nigga I could think of, which is Boy Rock. Shout out to him. He's the only one I know has been consistent, but you know.
He dropped projects crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like over and over again. Before we even, because I was going to talk about this year, what you got planned, but just last year recap. I mean, we're still in the first month of 2024, about to be the second month, but how did you feel about 2023 overall?
Like you said, I feel like that year was like a preparation year. Like there's a lot of things that I learned, a lot of traveling, a lot of experiences, new experiences. So it was good. It was like a good eye opener. But I used all those experiences and stuff towards my music. So it just made me 10 times better. Made my work ethic better. Made my vision better. You know what I'm saying? Everything. So plus I'm like extending my hand to like other people to help more people from here grow. So that's what I've been focusing on.
What do you think your biggest lesson last year was?
Learning how to be more selfish. I ain't gonna cap. That's really what it was. Like for sure. It's in a weird way. That's what it is.
No, it's not even weird because I understand what you're saying. People will take that shit the wrong way, but honestly, if you had to ask me my shit from the last year, I'd say it's probably that too.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like, there's a lot of people that I did, you know what I'm saying, like assist, and now who I'm gonna continue to assist that are very appreciative. And there's a lot of people who I did, and they wasn't appreciative of shit, or they turned their back, or whatever the case may be. But it's a lesson learned, you know. That's part of life. Yeah.
What you got coming up this year? Because it seems like, I don't know, the vibe I've just been getting is it's like a breakout type shit. Like,
I consider this, like I said this at my cousin Wendy's birthday party. This is like my revenge year. That's what I consider it. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to put it. It's just literally like my revenge year. Like me coming back from all the losses and friendships and all this other shit, to me, like dominating in a way where it's like, nah, you can't come back in this energy, in this circumference. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm a whole different person. I'm a whole different beast now. You feel what I'm saying?
I was going to say, because I've known you for years, and you've always been a hungry-ass dude.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know, the hunger's been different. It seems like ramped up like crazy, all the conversations I've had with you over the past year.
100%.
I'm like, bro.
100%. I'm like super tunnel vision right now. Like, there's nothing distracting me, nothing like getting in the way of like my goals for myself this upcoming year at all. So yeah.
Last year you did a fuck ton of traveling. Funny enough, with traveling, you're literally about to go to LA. In like
yeah,
2 or 3 days.
Yeah, for sure. Sully coming with me. I know me and you and Sully met last time out there, but this one's a little bit different. We're going to Grammy week, so it's really lit.
That's just about to be lit.
Hell yeah, bro.
But just traveling last year, what are some of your favorite trips? What also too would you say your favorite areas to work in? Because you were all
as
over.
Far as favorite areas working, like no cap is here, bro. You already know that. Yeah, 100%.
The same answer?
Yeah, no bullshit. Like every time I come here, the vibe is just the aura here is just like so amazing. Like right now, like me, Sully, KZ, we got like a super lit chemistry with like everything down packed to the T. Like they know how I want to sonically sound on certain beats and stuff like that. And then shout out to like Akachi and Desmos, like they started throwing more beats in the circle. So it's like, I don't know, my sound just been developing and expanding here. So, but yeah, here for sure. As far as recording, but as far as like experiences, it got to be between Atlanta and LA for sure. Damn. Yeah.
How's it?
And a little bit New York too. A little bit in New York.
How's Atlanta been?
Atlanta been good.
You were there mad. Weren't you there like a week ago?
No, I was there 2 days ago. yeah, for sure. Atlanta's good, bro. Like I love it out there. I love the energy out there. The culture is lit. Food is phenomenal. But yeah, like it's just a different experience out there. Like sonically, especially like in the studio and shit. Like they just on a different level out there. So yeah.
What would you say the major differences are? You just said the big three: LA, Atlanta, and New York.
Food is one, but like I like LA food, but I love Atlanta food. Like obviously everywhere got their own little thing when it comes to food and stuff. That's one. Musically, LA, I learned how to do music at a professional level. Atlanta, I kind of learned how to do everything like on an experimental level. Like I don't have to have no limits or no boundaries when it comes to like certain beats or topics and all the other shit when I'm in Atlanta. So I fuck with Atlanta for that and diversity and shit. So yeah, but everything has like their own little thing, you know. Yeah.
Everybody is always talking so highly about Atlanta.
Yeah, it's fire out there, bro.
I want to go down there. Yeah, I want to go back. I haven't been in fucking years. I can't remember the last time I've been to Atlanta. I wasn't even doing music shit last time I went to Atlanta.
Yeah, now you need to go out there and fuck with the culture, man. I'm telling you.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about going down there.
Nah, it's lit, bro. I'm telling you. Ask Akachi. I'm pretty sure Akachi told you.
Yeah, no, he was talking about it on the. He was talking about it on the Costco pod.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. It's fire out there.
Costco was talking about it too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why do you think that you go down there? Obviously, bro, Southern hospitality. I've had this conversation mad times on podcasts because it comes up. Southern hospitality is a real ass thing.
Yeah, facts.
But why do you think Atlanta is so welcoming? Because I feel like I get that vibe. Everybody that's been down there, they're welcoming of the people that will work. I should rephrase.
Yeah, that's really what it is. As long as you don't come down, but that's really like kind of any culture. Like if you go into their culture and like not trying to steal or just trying to learn, they gonna fuck with you for real. Cause that's what they did to me when I, you know what I'm saying, first went to the Bay Area. When I went to LA, their cultures is different. You know what I'm saying, and like when I went out there and like started fucking with like Sue and them or Jeezy and all of them, like they was hella like on some embracing shit. Like they cool out there. Like it just depends on how you coming. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you pull up on the scene like I'm that nigga, fuck everybody, they gonna be like, hold on, who the fuck is you? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on your energy, what type of energy you bringing, you know?
How do you recommend people that haven't had experience traveling? Say someone taking their first trip right now. Yeah. How would you advise them to make connections in another state? If they would have just bought a ticket to LA, they don't know a single person, they don't have anything planned, what would you recommend they do?
Go to me personally, the first thing I did was go to like clubs, parties and shit like that. Just because you're going to run into every fucking body there. Like, that's really what I did. When I first went to the Bay, I went there. I ended up getting on a show with I Am Sue. Didn't even know Sue yet. I heard his music and stuff, but, like, I didn't personally know him. Got on the college show with him. Right after the college show, they was like, yo, you want to go to the after party? Yeah, I get to the after party. They literally put me in a section right next to Sue. Damn. And then Shabazz is like, yo, hop on the stage and perform. I'm like, I'm not about to do that. Like, what you mean? Yeah. Like, I literally hopped on stage and performed. Everybody in the crowd knew my fucking song.
That's crazy.
In the middle of the Bay. So, like, you just have to just go out there and, like, find like, a fun type thing where like the culture is gonna be at. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it's LA, you know, it's like there's this thing out there called Black on the Block. They go to that event, you're gonna meet a whole bunch of random people that just do different stuff, Black-owned businesses, whatever it is. Like just find like whatever the popping events are over in those areas in that culture, and just go in there and just visit. And you're gonna end up networking and just rub the right shoulders type shit. That's really what I recommend.
What's like the point where you think that artists should be locked in on that traveling element? Because I feel like people will be at ground zero and right away they think they just need to travel right away and not even book a studio session type shit.
No. I mean, you really could do it whenever, to be all the way honest. But it just depends on like if you have a direction. Like don't just go out there and be like, oh yeah, I want to go and say I went to Atlanta, unless you're on some vacation shit. But if you want to go out there to like network or expand your business, like have like some type of goals or like somebody that you feel like you could connect with through another person that you may know that knows somebody that's out there. Like have some type of like setup. You feel what I'm saying? Don't just go out there on some blind shit. Just, hey, I'm gonna go to Atlanta just to go to fucking Atlanta. Like, don't do that. You gonna fuck around, end up in the wrong situation, end up in a bluff somewhere, zone 6, and they gonna do something crazy to you. Like, you don't wanna do that. Hell no.
One thing I want to know, first of all, if this has happened to you, and second of all, how to spot it. But mad people on this podcast, they've talked about the scams. Yo, fly out. Not scams. It's just being sold the dream by somebody. Yo, fly out here. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you, X, Y, and Z. And then you got artists that fly out, and then absolutely everything falls through. Have you ever had that happen to you? At any point?
Nah, not really. I kind of like seen through those situations ahead of time just because, like, one, I've had, like, OGs and stuff to, like, guide me with certain shit. So, like, I'll ask them and get recommendations like, yo, is this legit? Yeah, is this something I should do? Like, fucking, like, coast to coast or some shit. That's just fucking fugazi as fuck.
I don't even know what that is.
Nah, it's like coast to coast is some shit that, like, I don't know if they still doing anything, but, like, they some shit that used to just, like, finesse artists, get artists to pay to perform in front of, like, A&Rs and all types of shit. And 9 times out of 10, artists don't even get signed from that shit. But, like, yeah, it's just shit like that. Like, I wouldn't do random contest shits like that. Like, it's like a super, super rare, like, 1 in, like, a million chance it really actually is going to be a situation that comes from that. But, yeah, it's really that, bro. You just got to make sure, like, who you're contacting. Because, like, especially with, like, emails and stuff, like, the email thing, 9 times out of 10, if a person is sending you up from a label, they literally have the label's name and the email. So, like, if it's like, say, for example, I don't know, like Justin at rocknation.com or some shit like that. Like, that's what their email would be. It wouldn't be justinrocknation@gmail.com. It would never be like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you just got to study those type of things, like pick up on small shit like that. Yeah.
Why do you think so many people, like, fucking scam each other?
Because they know artists is like the biggest thing in the world to scam.
Well, I wasn't even going to talk about just that side of shit. Artists be scamming other artists and shit.
No, that's a fact. Yeah. That's why I said, like, artists is the biggest thing to scam, because a lot of people get into music not understanding the business side of music. They only understand music. So that's how they get fucked over. Like, that's literally what the whole shit is built on. Like, at the end of the day, it's a business. Sometimes business is worse than the streets. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you get fucked over worse than the music industry, any other type of business, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, like, have your mindset on swivel with this shit. Because, like, they just want to get over on people, you know what I'm saying? They want to take your rights. They want to make sure, hey, if you sign this deal, we'll give you this, that, and the third. But next thing you know, they're collecting all your royalties. You ain't even getting a fucking penny. Like, you just got to have all your ducks in a row, you know what I'm saying? Treat this like a business. Don't treat it like as a hobby. Depending on what you want to do with it, because I know some people who get into this and they only want to do it for a hobby. If that's what you want to do, then cool. But, like, understand when the business side come apart, you have to be business savvy in this shit. It just can't be strictly art, because then you're gonna lose for sure.
Why do you think, because there's so many artists that are incredibly talented and they've been in this shit for years and they still don't have any comprehension of how the business works?
They just don't take the time to understand it. It's really nothing like complicated. It's like, yo, you got to take the time, sit and study the business. It's not that complicated. Like, I mean, it is in an extent because there's so much knowledge to gain from it, but, like, you have to take the time to acknowledge that shit. Like, you can't just be like, music, but you don't pay attention to, okay, how much you got to spend on marketing, how much you got to spend on visuals, how much you got to spend on studio time, how much you got to, you know what I'm saying, pay to travel to this place, meet this person, get on this platform, all that other stuff. You spend all that money on that, not paying attention to how much you're going to recoup from that. And on top of the recoup from that, you have to pay attention to whoever your distributor is. You got to split percentage with them, split a percentage with the producer if you didn't pay your producer or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of things you got to, like, pay attention to. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just be moving and not pay attention to your moves. It just don't make sense.
That's a real right there.
Yeah. You got to pay attention to all that shit, bro, for real. Because at the end, it's going to bite you in the ass. You're going to be like, damn, a year that went by, you done spent goddamn 30, 40,000 on so much video content, so much fucking, you know what I'm saying, studio time, beats, and all that other shit. What did you recoup? You didn't pay attention to that end because you're only focused on getting everything out. But like I said, there's some people who are in it for a hobby or just the recognition and shit, and other people who want to actually make a living off this shit. You got to pay attention to both. So,
how did you go about figuring it all out? Because I feel like 9 times out of 10 with
trial and error, bro. There's nothing else. I ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say, bro,
I'm not gonna act like I had this mindset, had this shit figured out. Hell no. It was trial and error, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody in this shit is really trial and error. There's no other better way. Like you ask anybody, you know what I'm saying, who really fucking became a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, it's always trial and error, bro. Like, you're not gonna know this shit, but you also have to go look for the knowledge so you know this shit. You can't just be oblivious to it. Like, you have to really study the greats, study the business, study what you're doing from every ounce of that shit. It just can't be like I said, just one side of it, just the art. You have to pay attention to everything else that comes with it. But it also depends, like I said, in your vision. If you want to take it that far, you want to be passionate about it, however you want to go about it. It just really depends on how you want to go about it.
Besides trial and error, what do you think the most beneficial method is? Do you think it's finding somebody that's more educated in the business?
That too, yeah.
You think
for
that?
Sure, yeah. Like a mentor with this, for sure. Like, my mentors is Fame and Shabazz. Like, those are the two people that I always run to when it comes to music business. They the ones who coach me throughout, like, everything, you know what I'm saying? But I know early stages, I ain't really, like, know a lot of stuff. And even Fame, when I first started linking with Fame, like, he didn't know everything at once either. He was gradually learning as I was learning. So, but there's still certain areas where I don't know certain shit that he might know or Shabazz might know, and I always ask him questions. So definitely have a mentor in it, you know what I'm saying? But if not, the only way to really is to learn is the trial and error. And studying greats. Like, you literally got to study this shit. I
was going to say, how beneficial do you think, like, watching interviews, reading books, watching did I just say watching YouTube videos? I think I might have.
Yeah, I mean, like documentaries, all types of shit.
Like, I said watching interviews at first, but watching, like, the videos, breaking down marketing strategies, breaking down certain things.
Some of that shit work, but, like, everybody's story and everybody's, like, shit gonna be different. So, like, somebody might give you a marketing tactic that might have worked for, like, a Russ or somebody else, but that shit might not work for you. Like, your shit might be completely different. Your shit might be TikTok videos. Your shit might be YouTube shorts. Your shit might be dropping a whole bunch of songs. Your shit might be dropping 10 videos in a month. I don't know. Like, everybody's shit gonna be different. Like, whatever your niche is, stick with that. But, like, you're not going to find out really until you, like, trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you're going to find out. You can't find out no other way.
That is true.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that with people? Because how you just talked about everybody's formula is different. The biters, motherfuckers that see somebody doing something and they think, oh, I'm going to do that and just take it.
Mr. Me Too's. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, sometimes I do work. Like I said, like, the only way you're going to really find out if another person's formula work for you is trial and error. Like, you just got to test it out. Like, but like I said, just because it worked for the next person don't mean it's going to work for you. Your formula has to be something different or something unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be able to create a new formula that nobody even knew about, and then everybody else is copying the formula. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's literally a trial and error thing. There's no right way to do this shit. Like, it's just really not. Like, if you steal other people's formula, it's like, it's cool. Like, that's the best way to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to study the greats. So if you see the greats doing that shit, copy that shit. But also figure out a way to add your own little, twist. You know what I'm saying, twist to it. Like, that's really what it is. Yeah.
This is a random ass question, but I just remembered it, and I meant to ask it a couple questions back.
Right.
You're talking about L.A., Atlanta, all of the foods. L.A. debate. What would you say the best fast food spot in L.A. is?
Fast food?
Yeah, between like In-N-Out, what's the other, Jack in the Box, like all of those ones.
It's definitely gonna be. I personally don't eat fast food as much as I used to, but like In-N-Out is cool. I definitely feel like it's overhyped. Jack in the Box is cool. I feel like it's overhyped too. But if I had to choose between them two, it's definitely gonna be In-N-Out on that good cap.
If you had to say go to number one LA spot, if you had to give a spot from LA, Atlanta, New York, and here, because you traveled all of those 4 food spots, one from each place.
So Atlanta is, I think it's Spice House. I think that's what it's called. That shit's busting, bro. They put like the rice and like shrimp and rice and like lobster type shit and a pineapple. It's just busting, bro. I swear to God, it's fire. Yeah, I think it's Spice House. I believe it's the name of it. L.A., Bossa Nova. Bossa Nova is my favorite spot out there. It's a Brazilian cuisine. Yeah, I took Casso there last time I was in LA. Yeah. That spot's fire.
He was at home.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bossa Nova in LA. The Bay, I don't really know. There's too many good spots in the Bay. I can't pick one out there for sure. Here, I can't pick one here either.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
Top
really
3
can't.
for here. Top 3.
I'm gonna have to say Blue Mountain. Shout out Polo and the fam. You know what I'm saying, their restaurant. That's one. This is not in order, by the way. Blue Mountain. Damn, I really can't pick, bro.
Damn, I'm
surprised.
I'm surprised.
Shit. I'm trying to think.
I can't even think of any places.
Yeah, you can't put me on a spot with no food spots, gang. I can't do that. I'm not gonna cap.
What about New York, though? From New York.
Nah, I definitely don't have no favorite spot in New York. Nah.
Damn. Bro.
New York, I really just like eat whatever. I haven't found like a spot in New York or like, yo, this is my fucking spot. Like there was that what's that like exotic pizza spot, you know what I'm talking about? I seen it a couple times on TikTok where like they had like oxtail pizza and all this other shit.
Fuck? That sounds bomb though.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but like they had like oxtail pizza. That shit was busting. But like I think that's the best pizza spot in New York, but like that's not like my favorite spot. Like I would go there all the time type shit.
New York pizza slaps.
Yeah.
New York pizza be slapping.
Hell yeah.
What do you think out of all the different places you travel to? Where would you say has the most toxic music community?
Toxic music community?
I'm curious about this.
I think it would be here, bro.
Really?
Yeah, no funny shit.
Yo, honestly, you saying that, bro, because me and Sully were talking about it, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. I feel like right now, I haven't talked about this on any podcast, but the scene's in such a weird state because I feel like for years, it was everybody, like the past couple of years, it's been everybody coming together. It's been a lot of unity,
right.
A lot of beef squash, X, Y, and Z. I feel like these past couple months, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like mad shit is just being reignited and it's going back to that just like everybody for themselves, fuck the community.
Yeah, mindset. I mean, it is that, you know what I'm saying, it's pride, ego, everybody getting, you know what I'm saying, growing into their own entities and shit like that. So everybody's kind of like clashing over like, look at what I'm doing. It's better than what you're doing type shit. I just think it's an ego thing. But yeah, it's definitely here. Like, cause like Bay Area dudes, like they all lock in together. Like LA, they can be from different fucking hoods. They hoods can be killing each other and shit. Sometimes they still put that pride aside and still go lock in. They land the same way. Like we don't do that shit here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a flaw. Because we could make so much more money if all of us, like, get together on some shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We can't force nobody to do what they don't want to do, you know?
What do you think it will take to get the community in a way that we're as accepting as Atlanta and LA, the way that you're talking about people to come together?
It's literally pride. Everybody got to lose their pride, their egos, and their money. Like, people have to see money on the table because, like, even though, like, some of us are doing, like, crazy streams and all that other shit, like, we not seeing no crazy outstanding money compared to, like, those places, you feel what I'm saying? Like, Bay Area dudes can go do a tour in fucking California and make millions alone. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can't really do that off of New England. We probably do like 6 figures through New England, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's really what's going to take people. We're going to have to see like the numbers, the money, and all that other shit from it. And then on top of that, pride and ego. There's nothing else. Yeah, once we lose those things, focus on the bread, focus on the number one thing that all of us can eat, then it's over with. We gonna win. You feel me? But we can't, like I said, you can't force somebody to do what they want to do. Some people see the bigger picture, others don't. That's why I stay in my lane and I'm doing what I'm doing, but I can't speak on nobody else.
What do you think overall in the scene right now, on a positive note, the biggest strength we have right now is?
We're too diverse. I feel that's a great thing.
You said that last episode too, I remember. Yeah.
We're so diverse, for real, bro. Like, we got R&B singers, we got, you know what I'm saying, rappers, we got like melodic people, pain rap, we got pretty much like everything. Like I'm saying now, I've seen like more like Afrobeat artists and stuff like that pop out of here. It's like it's we have literally every element. It's just coming together with those elements and making something special. This is all it is. Once that happens, though, it's over, bro. I'm not gonna care, cause we're really close to like national attention. Like a lot of like the artists and labels and all that other stuff, they starting to come here, bro. Like they're literally paying attention to Boston. They're not like paying attention to other areas and stuff like that. Like I'll say like the past couple of years, it was like Detroit but everybody in Detroit blew up now. So now they're looking for like the next place, and the next place literally is here. It's just the same way how Detroit did it. Everybody came together. V's, Icewear, Vezel, all Ray, all of them came together and they blew up together. That's what it's gonna take from here. When all of us get on like the same wavelength, do a tour together, do a fucking multiple songs together, projects together, we do some shit like that, it's over. It's gonna garner national attention.
We need to get on that.
Yeah,
the scene gotta get on that, bro. The scene gotta get
on
that shit, bro. Talking about earlier, you were saying how you just are into giving back to the community, helping artists, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many people, they get out of here and then they don't do any of that? Or some of them don't even get out of here. Some of them be over here and they just get their little whim of success and don't be helping people out.
I just think they don't want to see nobody else bigger than them. And like me, I have like a Lil Wayne mindset when it comes to that shit. Like, or like a Dame Dash when it comes to that shit. Like, I want to see artists become bigger than me, because that lets me know that my insight and all the trials and errors that I went through and I gave it to them, they listened, they grew from that shit and became better than me, or at least close to what the fuck I did. That shit made me feel great. Like, I know Lil Wayne feel fucking great. He built a Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tiger, all them shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel great if I built that up. You feel what I'm saying? But like, other people don't want to see other artists bigger than them. I want to see that shit. Like 110%. Like if Belly gets crazy bigger than me, like I'm gonna be proud of that shit. Polo does, H, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like Tyler Mosa, whoever, I'm with that shit, bro. That's what the fuck I want. Cause it's only gonna make us stronger, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
I was gonna say, cause I feel like you have a lot of people who you be helping out with the music side of shit a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, it's different avenues too. It's not just like specifically with music, because like some of them just got their own wave, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just be giving them like insight on like certain shit when it comes to music shit, music business, understanding this shit, you feel what I'm saying? Like little guidance, you know what I'm saying? The shit that they didn't know, you know?
I feel like I've seen you more than anyone. I don't even think I've seen that many other people that have done it, but literally I just see you bringing in mad people all the time that you literally just have come watch one of your sessions and then you're just teaching them shit throughout it.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
A million times. It's like, oh, this is this person, blah, blah, blah. They an artist. Trying to teach them whatever. Like, that's like a regular thing for you.
Yeah, facts, bro.
It's a regular ass thing for you.
Oh, yeah, bro. Because, you know what I'm saying, you got to pass the knowledge. It's like, what the fuck am I about to do with it? Keeping it to myself. Like, I'm not going to do shit with it. It's like, okay, cool, I know this stuff. But what the fuck am I about to do with it? I'm supposed to pass it on. I'm not about to just keep this shit to myself and just be like, yeah. Like, no, I'm going to pass it on. Whoever want to do something with it, cool. I can bring you to the water. I can't make you drink the shit, but like, as long as you understanding, like, yo, this is the path that you're choosing to do with your life, I can help guide you through certain things within this so you don't fall through, you know what I'm saying, in the same errors that I had to go through to avoid that shit, then cool, yeah, I'm going to pass that knowledge on. This is what it is.
People be gatekeepers, and it's exactly like you said. It's 9 times out of 10 because people don't want to see someone bigger than them.
Yeah, bro. Like that's what it is. I don't care, bro.
That's just weirdo energy.
Yeah,
people that be doing that. That's straight up weird.
It's, like I said, it's a pride and ego thing, bro. It's nothing else. But we come from a prideful ego state. It's our mindset. So like and I didn't realize that really until I left. I'm not gonna lie. Like once I went to LA and all that other stuff, and I'm seeing like how their cultures move with each other, even if they got smoke and all that other stuff, I'm like, bro, that's literally what it is. Like I have this mindset of I don't want to see people doing better than me, or like, yo, I built myself up to this point. I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't have to give a handout or nothing. Like, nah, like I focus on the love. I don't give a fuck about people saying this, that, and the third. Like, let's focus on the love of this shit. Like, the only way you're gonna get love is to give love. So that's what you have to do. Like,
bro, I don't know why so many people get caught up on staying like that.
Nah, like I said, it's because our state brings us like that.
Well,
you know
that's a bigger question. Why do you think? Because obviously we've had people that are successful in music, but it's not like we produced a Drake or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
facts.
It's not like we have a state that we're constantly just putting #1 Billboard charting artist out.
Right.
But if that's the case, and you have all these other areas that there are people that are constantly, like New York, for instance, they're not necessarily doing Billboard, but like the drill motherfuckers, it seems like
they're doing crazy
anyone over there,
every time,
bro. Well, also it's because the city's so big.
Right.
Like I forget, someone broke that down to me, and they were like, bro, I think it was it Casso? He was breaking down. He's like, if you really think about it, like statistically, everybody thinks the whole world listening to drill music, when in reality, 90% of it is New York. It wasn't
facts. Yeah, that's facts. That's definitely facts.
But all these other states. And obviously you got ego everywhere. You got motherfuckers that just be full of their pride. But all these other states, you got people that be blowing up left and right. They got the record where it's like, okay, we have all of these artists that came out of here. And then they're able to not be on that shit. But then we don't have a resume close to theirs.
Right.
And the motherfuckers here be on that shit. What do you, like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just hype, bro. It's what it is. People are in their own bubble, but it's like, go outside of here and see if people know you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, I go to other places, people know who the fuck I am. Like, I'm not just confined to like just Mass or just the corner or just specifically only Boston, because people outside of Boston who don't even know some of these Boston artists. Like, people in Springfield don't know about half of the shit that going on here. Same thing with Worcester, and Worcester's right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what it is. You got to figure it out, like, and understand that shit. Like, you're not that big. Like, especially the people who's like, yeah, I got like 100,000 views on some shit, but you can't sell out a concert. You feel what I'm saying? You can't sell hard tickets. Like, stop that. Like, your ego has to be brought down. You know what I'm saying? Just be realistic here. Like, you're not doing a tour throughout New England by yourself, headlining shit. Like, once you're doing shit like that, okay, cool. Then you got a little bit room to pop your shit. But, like, don't act like, oh, because you got 50,000 views, 100,000 views, 200,000 views, like, oh, yeah, you're the one. Like, you still got work to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a diehard fan base. You might have blown up because you got a feature with this person, or your street beef with this person blew it up, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, niggas have to pay attention to that shit, bro. Like, you're not bigger than the next person. Like, nowadays it's so easy to get 100,000 views on anything. Like, it literally is. It's not that hard.
I was gonna say too with that, bro. Why do you think so many people? Oh, I was just checking the time. I thought for a second we were at an hour already. I was gonna be like, what the fuck?
Nah.
30 minutes in. Why do you think that they, like, not why do you think, but what's your thoughts overall on all of the fake shit? Because the way you're talking about, okay, people will put up these numbers and then they can't sell out a show.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's sometimes where people have real numbers and it's just out of state love, so they can't.
Yeah, facts,
do
yeah.
a show. But all the people that be buying shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have motherfuckers that got like 200,000 followers, and then you see videos of like 6 people at their shows.
Yeah.
And they're in these big ass venues. Why do you think so many people do that? And what's just your overall opinions on it?
I mean, there's multiple things with that though, because it's like there might be people with 200K followers, but they can't sell out a show because nobody wants to buy into them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they might have went viral for multiple videos that had nothing to do with music or some shit, and then literally because they went viral with those videos and shit, people were like, okay, we think you're a funny guy, or we think you're this, but I'm not buying a ticket to go to your show. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure that shit translate with you putting out shit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like people paying for followers and all that other shit. People just doing it just so that it can look good. Like, at the end of the day, there's people who even sign to labels, even artists that fucking do sell out shows, they still have paid followers and all that other shit. Like, they just trying to follow the method that's within the music industry. Because, like, I don't know if you've seen articles and shit about this shit, like with Spotify, like people paying for fucking like streaming farms and all that other shit. Like, people were doing that just to make their numbers and shit look bigger. But it's like if a person pays for 5 million streams, but they still selling out arenas and shit, you're not gonna question it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it depends though. Like, if you're doing 5 million streams and then most of them streams is fucking Utah, and you go to Utah, you can't even sell out a 250 person venue. That looks fucking crazy. You feel me? But like, some people do it and they make it look good. Like, but that's just how the game is ran, bro. That's serious. Like, it's not supposed to happen, but that's what happens. You feel what I'm saying?
How do you recommend that artists go about building a legitimate brand? Not cutting corners, not buying followers, not skipping steps. How do you recommend they literally go from being regular NPC dude on the street, absolute jack shit in the industry, to building a legitimate brand?
So from start to end, literally it's just consistency, bro. There's no other way around it. Like, you just have to be consistent, visual, music, and on top of that, engagement. Like, it can't just be like post after post. It has to do something where it makes your people who do follow you and want to share it with other people who don't follow you to make you gain more traction and more followers and shit. It's just consistency. You feel me? There's nothing else.
How do you recommend being able to generate revenue as an artist?
Bro, there's so many avenues. Like, there's even avenues that I've just been learning about. Like, so even when like streaming and shit like that, like, there's multiple different royalties, and I just found that shit out. Like, swear to God, like, recently.
I'm surprised. I thought you would have known about that.
Nah, like I've known like about quite a few of them, but there was like a couple I didn't know about, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know that. Like, I was missing out on some shit. But yeah, like there's different types of royalties. There's merch, there's sync licensing, there's mechanical royalties, radio, college radio, and all that other shit. But yeah, features and shit, like that's really the best way to like make good revenue off this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Features.
Yeah, features, merch, and then like royalties and sync licensing. Those are like the realistic ways to do this shit. And shows too, but like shows ain't gonna happen until like you're showing the results from the shows. Like,
I was gonna say, what do you think? If someone's starting at ground zero, what would you recommend be the first one that they pursue? What's the most obtainable, would you say, to do? Generating.
First thing to do definitely is streaming, for sure. Like royalties and shit. Yeah. I would do that first. After you do that, then I would try to go for a show. Try to get like 20, like pay to like open up for somebody. Like, I know a lot of people hate doing that shit, but in the beginning stages of your career, you honestly should do that shit. I'm not gonna lie, because it's gonna put you in front of a crowd of people who don't know who the fuck you are, who are fans of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of somebody like you would pay to open up for. I don't know. Somebody, J. Cole or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's way too big, but like, I'm just using that example. Like, you would pay to open up for a guy like J. Cole. There's a whole bunch of people who are fans of J. Cole who knew who the fuck you was. You pay to open up, you go like a couple people before J. Cole. Next thing you know, you done gained 50 to 100 fans or whatever from that concert. Just from going up there, putting your fucking banner or whatever up on the screen and shit, performed, all that, took pictures and shit with people. Did a whole video, like, everybody say my name at the end of the shit. Yo, Gio, take a picture and shit. All those people are tagging you, videos. You gaining all these new fans and shit. So from you gaining these new fans, you're going to be like, okay, cool. One, that's more people that's going to stream your music. And two, you throw a show with you just by yourself and invite all those same people, those new fans and shit that you got on top of the fans that you already did have. It's just gonna make it look better. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I would definitely start out like that, like royalties and streaming. Then from there, I would go to doing a show with somebody. Then from the show with somebody, doing your own headline show, and then selling merch at that headline show. That's the way I would do this shit.
Damn. Side question, or kind of relates a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been in the music industry for years at this point. One thing that people don't really talk about is being able to keep an audience entertained for that long.
Yeah,
Obviously,
for sure.
Consistency is part of it, but other than consistency, what else do you recommend? Because I feel like how long you've been doing shit, shit's changed numerous times. Mm-hmm. Everything's always constantly changing regardless, but to be able to stay relevant and stay posting shit for that long is not an easy thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not, because sometimes you get discouraged or like real life hits, and it's hard to balance everything, you feel what I'm saying? But I like you said, it's just consistency, though. You really just have to stay consistent. But you also have to show your character, you feel what I'm saying? Like, because if the shit is like Fugazi is fake. People gonna read through that shit and they're just gonna fall off your shit. You feel me? But if you maintaining yourself and showing your growth as an artist, as a person, and all that shit in all types of light, people gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're growing with you. You feel me? Like that's why a person like Wiz Khalifa is so fucking lit, because Wiz, we've all seen him grow from the fucking time that he started till now. Like he's the OG because we watched him grow and we grew with him. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how I consider it. Like if you ever want to look at an example of like how to do this shit, is really Wiz. Like he's really the definition of how to do this shit. He did the vlog shit. He did, you know what I'm saying, with the day-to-day shit. He showed you his lifestyle. He showed you everything, bro. You grew with him. Like that's the real way to do this shit as an artist, for real.
Why do you think so many artists, I'm gonna blow the smoke out because that's weird.
Yeah.
But fucking, why do you think so many artists are scared to show their personalities? Because I feel like artists want to keep this mysterious effect. But why?
It's literally an image, bro. Like certain people, like they like. I'm trying to think of like the best way to do it, like explain it. Like it's an image thing. Like people are trying to protect their image, or certain people are afraid to give too much of themselves because they're afraid that people won't like them and shit like that. But it's like, if the people don't fuck with you for real, then what's the point of doing this shit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're really doing this shit to make sure people fuck with you for yourself. Like, you got to show them what the fuck you really about. That's the only way you're going to grow with your audience, and that's how you get a diehard fan base. Like, you show them you into fashion and shit. You show them that you play fucking video games. You show them that you go to gun range. You show them that you fuck with mad bitches. You show them that you know what I'm saying, go to strip club. You show them that you buy mad designer jewelry and shit. Like, you have to show them all that shit that you're into. You feel me? Now, I'm not saying don't do no crazy shit, go incriminate yourself, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it to a limit, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, like that's the thing that made us like love all of our favorite artists. Like, that's true. Lil Wayne, niggas loved him so much because of the fact he showed us like him in the studio, tour bus, all that other shit, recording, making these songs in like 20, 15 minutes, and then going back, do a show and come back and do the same shit. Like, you watch that shit. Like, you seen it on like the old DVDs and shit that he had. Same thing with Wiz, like I just said earlier. Like, you grew with them. Like, that's what's gonna make people like fuck with you for real. Like, you gotta show them that shit.
How do you recommend for artists that, because a lot of people, not a lot, but the people that are like that, I feel like 9 times out of 10 are introverted. Right. If artists inherently are introverted and they don't like putting themselves out there, how do you recommend them peeling back those layers?
I don't even know, bro, because I'm still trying to figure that shit out myself, gang. I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, I'm introverted as fuck. I ain't gonna cap, but like, I'm getting better at this shit. Like, you know, like I just feel like you're gonna get more comfortable the more you're on camera and shit. Like, the more you're on camera, or like you're acting like the shit's not there and just being yourself naturally, like practicing that shit consistently over and over and over again, this shit gonna just flow. Like, you're gonna be like, yeah, I could be myself on and off camera. Like, I don't care if there's a camera over there, I'm still gonna be me type shit. Like, yeah.
How did you overcome, besides just repetition?
It's literally repetition. There's no
other formula?
Nah, hell no, bro. I'm telling you, it's repetition, bro. I heard that from Lil Wayne, bro. Repetition is the father of learning, bro. Like, it's literally repetition, bro. You have to just consistently do it. When you consistently do something, it's going to become second nature to you. And then once it becomes second nature, you ain't got to, like, question the shit. Like, you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
I remember I was talking about it recently. I think it was on the Casso pod I was talking about it. Damn, water mentions of the Casso pod. But I had a conversation with you a while ago about artist seasoning and just how artists need to go through years upon years to be able to be ready to be put in a situation.
Yeah, facts.
But artists that are out there trying to skip steps in general, never mind the fake streaming, but people that just are getting into this, they think they're going to blow up overnight, X, Y, and Z. They're doing whatever they can, skipping steps, sending money to all these different scams, getting fucked over again. What do you think about that? Like, any artist that has that mindset right now, what would you say to them? If you were sitting down and there was an artist right across from you that was saying they want to start up music but just expects to jump right to the finish line.
I mean, you could, don't get me wrong, like there's been overnight successes, but 9 times out of 10, those overnight successes aren't developed, so they can't last. Yeah. There'll be like a one-hit wonder, it'll be maybe like 2 or 3, and then that's it. nobody's really gonna buy into your concerts, like I said, because you ain't built a diehard fan base. You ain't, you know, like, people aren't gonna fully buy into it. So like, you have to go through the development. Like, like I said, everybody like right now, like getting a quick 15 minutes of fame type shit or a quick hot song on TikTok, whatever. It's like those people aren't gonna last, bro. Like I've seen we've seen countless artists that would like blew up with a TikTok song, whatever the case may be, and they're fucking gone. They can drop 5 songs right now. Nobody's listening to that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Shit, bro,
like
it happens over and over.
It happens over and over again. So I would definitely take the route of like building up, you know what I'm saying, compared to just, let me just try to find that hit and then blow up overnight. Unless that's your goal. Like I said, that's your goal, cool, then do it. By all means, you know what I'm saying? But like, I wouldn't recommend that shit. Like, I'll be like, yo, go through the development first. Or at least build a catalog and then get to that point, and then, you know what I'm saying, that way you'll be able to know how to sustain with this shit. Compared to like kind of like trying to catch up every single time. Like, you won't be able to. It's too much work.
You talking about all of that. You mentioned briefly you were talking about labels a little bit, but what's your thought on record labels overall and signing a record deal? In 2024, do you think an artist needs a record deal?
Yeah, yes and no. So it's like, I say no because if you're willing to do the hard work and the development by yourself, then you don't need a record label. You don't. But the only thing that the record label is better for you for is the marketing. Like, that's something you're not gonna be able to really fully do on your own. Like a lot of these artists that think that like, oh yeah, I could just put a song up on TikTok, it's gonna blow up over TikTok. No, all those artists that are signed to labels, TikTok, they're paying TikTok to blow that shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's where labels comes in handy, because they have the bag. They're gonna give you the bag, pay for all these influencers, whatever the case may be, for the sound to blow up on TikTok, wherever, to trend and all that other shit. So as far as the marketing resources, I agree with that from the record labels. But everything else is like, you could do it on your own. It's just gonna be a longer route because you're paying for everything out of your own pocket, unless you have like an investor or somebody like that. But even if they don't have all the relationships, because sometimes you might get an investor that's not even within the music world. So you got to go and find those relationships and all that other shit, which is going to take time before you can even freaking put everything out to get it to places that it need to go to. So your investor might potentially be spending money on shit that they don't even need to spend money on because it's trial and error and they don't know how to do the shit. So that's why it's like, it's pro and con of both. You feel what I'm saying? The marketing is A1 from labels, but as far as everything else, you literally could do it by yourself.
What's your thoughts on 360 deals?
That's not something to do in 2024. I don't know why you would do that. I feel like everybody should be past that in 2024. Hell no. 360? You know anybody who did that recently? No,
but I've heard people that consider it, and
that's
I'm like, bro,
crazy. I'll never fucking do no 360.
Bro,
I don't. Each his own. You know what I'm saying? I know some people out here who just be like, yeah, fuck it, give me the check. Like, not me, bro. Hell no.
Do you think there's any situation where you should sign, as an artist in this early stage, any reason why you should sign a 360 deal at all?
No. There's no reason. Unless you're like, it depends on your genre of music, I think, though. Like, if you're like a pop star, I think you should fucking do that shit. But if you're a rapper or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
move closer to the mic, too.
Oh yeah, if you're like a rapper, you shouldn't be doing that shit. I don't think so, cause rappers is like I said, it's like they have to grow with you. That's the only real like, yeah, I'm saying like, out of all the genres where they have to grow with you. Like, you don't see that really like in pop. You don't see that Latin a little bit too, but like, it's mainly like rap where they have to grow with you, see what you're talking about, and everything is legit if you're a real person and all that. Because that's how they connect with you within the rap world. So, but I don't think so as a rapper, no. Other genres, yeah, but not rapper, yeah.
Okay. What was I about to say? I was about to say something and I completely forget, but I know the other thing I was going to ask about. You've been working on this project with Sully, everyone else, and you kind of been like overseeing Belly's project a little bit, I know.
Yeah, facts.
So just whatever you want to say about that whole experience, when people could expect it, what they could expect with it too.
Yeah, so the project with me, Sully, KZ, and Akachi's on a few joints too is Hardbody. That's like crazy joints, like all turnt joints, like just all smashes, like shit you would bump in the V, shit you would bump in the club, like everything. Like it's just a whole new sound and like a whole new era of me. I really want to say like it's a real new era of me. Like I was known for like making turnt shit like that, like mind your business type shit, but it's like kind of like an advanced version of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's literally what it is. Hardbody with him, with them, and then with Belly's project, All Girls Love Belly. I just been helping Belly like develop his sound and shit, expanding his ear. Belly's been my dog before, like even music shit. Like me and him known each other like 10 plus for sure. But yeah, like he literally hit me up and we was locked in the studio on some random shit. I'm like, yo, bro, let me try. You know what I'm saying, executive producing and shit. Let me see if that work. He's like, yeah, bro, like let's just lock in. Let me try something, whatever. And, like I've been helping him with beats and stuff. Introduced him to Sully, introduced him to Kachi and whatnot, and like he been super locked in. Like he's dedicated. Like he's not involving himself in no fuck shit, none of that. Like he's super tunnel vision, the same way I'm tunnel vision right now. So, but yeah, like it's exciting to see his growth and his development from when like me and him first started locking in shit till now. Like it's phenomenal, no cap. And his sound is just sounds completely different than anything that everybody else is making in Boston. So he's definitely gonna stand up. Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out, bro. I'm pretty sure he's in the other room right now, but
Yeah,
that
facts.
dude, bro, first day I met him, just like genuine, just I don't even know how to describe it. It's just pure ass energy, bro.
Yeah,
Literally
facts.
just pure. Oh,
See, I
this
was just-
motherfucker
I was
walked
just
in
talking
right now.
about
We're
you,
talking
nigga.
about you, bro. Pure
Nigga,
ass
stupid.
energy, yo.
This nigga stupid. Dead ass was just talking about you, twin.
Bro, literally just giving you praise right now, bro.
Hell
I
yeah.
literally go, yo, I think he's in the room right there, but I'm like,
See that?
motherfucker, genuine
It's
as
that
fuck.
fucking fuego. Go get that. You know what I mean?
Bro, but damn, you about to just be popping up. You were in the background of the Akachi pod talking the other day too, yo. Melly been popping up the past like 3 or 4
Facts.
episodes, yo. Oh shit. Oh shit. Belly turned the camera. I forget what was I gonna say before. Oh, besides that, you got any other projects you got planned coming out this year?
Yeah, I got 2 other ones. So I got one with my homie Lucien Parker, my fucking dog. Me and Lou's project goes super stupid. It's called The Villains. That shit's just self-explanatory. Like that shit is just like it's so fire, and then Excited for the Hate is 100%, 110, 150% dropping this year. That's gonna be the last project I drop this year. So but I'm gonna get these first 2 joints out first, and then Excited for the Hate right after that. Cause I didn't change that project so many times,
you have
bro.
motherfuckers waiting 3 years. You're pulling a Cardi with that shit. You are pulling with a Cardi. I remember when I
facts.
first met you. You did the release party probably like a month or 2 after when I met you, and you're like, yeah, it's coming out this summer. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I had to make sure that shit was right, bro. I had to, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's for sure done. Like,
Let's get it.
like I said, like I was telling you earlier before when we was off the air and shit. Like, yo, I'm doing all the visuals, all that shit, literally when we're in LA. So like,
That's about to be fire.
the most of all that shit, once that happens, it's over with. Like everything's just gonna be good to go.
Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, but back-to-back joints, bro. I'm telling you, I'm flooding like crazy from now to end of the year. Bro. Well, not now. I'll say spring, because beginning of spring is really when everything start rolling out. But yeah.
So, anything else people could expect from Gio Dee? I still got a couple more questions to say. But
I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes with the city and shit, bro. Like, I don't want to get too much into it, but like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of things behind the scene. I'll tell you after, like, just things that's gonna change the future for music, especially hip hop and stuff for mass. Like, you know, like me and my cousin is working on some stuff. Shout out to Wendy, and stuff with the city, bro. Like, literally the city of Boston, like Merritt Wu type stuff. So like,
damn, yo.
yeah, I want to like,
Yeah, damn, you gotta tell me after.
yeah, hell
You gotta
yeah,
tell me after, yo. You got me.
hell yeah.
Bro. This might be the last question. I almost forgot to ask you this. Any artist that's starting out right now, you kind of answered this throughout it, different little tidbits, but
Yeah.
if an artist is starting out right now, what would you advise them? One thing to absolutely do right off rip, and the biggest thing to stay the fuck away from.
The first thing to do is be yourself. Like, don't try to like mock another rapper's sound or another rapper's personality, any of the other shit. Like, be yourself. That's the number one thing that's gonna make you stand out within this whole music industry stuff. Like, you have to figure out a way to stand out. And the only way to do that is to be yourself. If you come from the fucking suburbs, act like you come from the suburbs. If you come from the projects, act like you come from the projects. Just don't incriminate yourself. Don't do that stupid shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just be yourself. The number one thing to stay away from is falling into trends. I think that's the number one thing to stay away from. Like, create trends, don't follow them. You feel me? Like, don't make a song that's specifically for TikTok. Don't make a, you know what I'm saying, like a trendy type song. Don't try to copy the wave of everybody else's shit. Like, make a trend. Don't try to follow the trends. Like don't copy drill shit. Don't copy Playboy Cardi shit. Don't, like, literally figure out what it is and stand out. Like, that's literally it.
I know I asked you this previously, and I forget what your answer was, but any artists that are out here that are trying to figure out how to make their sound, how do you recommend they go about finding their sound?
It's consistency in the studio, bro. Like, you just got to lock in. Try, experiment for sure. But, like, once you get to a point where you're making a song and it sounds like your natural voice without you trying, that's when you got it. That's serious. Like, where you don't have to, like,
try to do it.
Yeah. Like, that's what makes 21 Savage so fucking great. That's what makes Drake so great, and all Future, all these people. Like, that's, you hear Drake on and off a track, that's how he sounds. So you hear Future on and off a track, that's how he sounds. 21 sounds the same way as he fucking talk. Like, once you get to that point, then it's over. Then you got your shit down packed. Obviously, flows and cadences and shit played into that too, but it's just sonically, once you have it to a point where, like, you can just talk on a beat, it's fucking over. Then you win. Because you ain't even got to try. That's serious.
Yo, for all the artists that be complaining, and anybody that's watching this, if you're a complainer yourself, there's a common theme amongst everything we talked about. The simple answer, it's so many artist problems, all the different problems we just talked about for artists, the simple answer literally just goes back to repetition and consistency. Yeah. Every single thing.
I'm telling you, bro, that's what it is. Like, that's the only way you're going to be able. That's not like I said to you before, bro, in the other interview, bro, it's like, that's not just with this. That's with everything, bro. You want to be a basketball player, you need to stay in the fucking gym. You want to be a football player, you got to stay on the field. You want to fucking be a boxer, you need to stay in the ring. Like, you be construction, you got to stay with the fucking, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you got to just stay with this shit, bro. Like, you're not going to get better with it if you don't keep doing it. Like, I instilled that in my kids. I instilled that in myself. Like, all my niggas around me. Like, if you want to do something, whatever it is, you just got to stay consistent with it. Like, look at you. You've been consistent with the podcast. You're about to be at fucking episode 100 soon. Like, and this shit go crazy online every time you post one. Like, because it's consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to achieving anything in life but consistency and dedication, obviously, but.
On top of that, this will be the actual closer, but you just made me think about this.
Yeah.
Artist entitlement and wanting instant gratification.
Yeah.
Why do you think that that's such a disease?
I think that it's because artists don't never feel satisfied. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I've noticed that even with myself, where it's like I have a song where I'm talking about that I'm excited for the hate too. It's produced by ATL Jacob. It's called Addicted to Relevance. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I literally talk about that on that song. I was listening to it literally on my way here, and I didn't think about some of the shit that I was saying because, you know, I be freestyling and everything. But I was like, damn, I kind of said some shit in this, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, it's like I'm addicted to relevance. Like, every time I get the new one, I want the new one. Like, it's like, okay, cool, I got 100,000 views, I want 500. Okay, after I get 500,000 views, I want 1 million. Okay, cool, after I got 1 million, I want 5 million. Then I want 10. After I got 10, I want 20. Like, it's never satisfied type shit, you feel what I'm saying? And, like, you got to get to the point where it's like, okay, any accomplishment is a great accomplishment. Once you understand that about this shit, then cool. Then you won't be, like, on some entitled shit or this and the third, like, oh, I fucking got 100 million views, so I'm entitled to everything. Like, no, because that 100 million views could have been from 6 years ago. Nobody fucking cares, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody should be entitled to anything because nobody owes anybody nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are. You can be the biggest artist in the world. You can be the smallest. You can be the biggest person in business, whatever. Like, be the fucking president. Nobody still owe you shit. Like, at the end of the day, we all people. We all bleed the same. We all sleep the same. Like, There's nothing more to it.
Hunger is like the slipperiest slope because without it, you're fucked. Because if you just have that comfort where you're saying you get the 100,000, you're just okay with that, then you're not going to go further and there's no progression. But then at the same time, if you're constantly looking at everything, I feel like every creative battles with this.
Facts.
Just finding the balance. Because then also when you do look at, I want more, sometimes you just don't appreciate shit. And then you look back and you're like, damn, like motherfuckers really did this shit.
Facts. And that's literally the mindset I've been having like since I started this year. I'm like a cap. Like I literally was like, I've been like on some fasting type shit like since the year started. And, like, I just been, like, super in tune with everything that I've been doing with myself, bro. And I'm just like, yo, like, I really got to be more appreciative of a lot of things that I accomplished because, especially coming from here, there's a lot of things that I did that other people will never even see or can't even accomplish. You feel what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that shit every day, bro. Like, I literally can live off of my art. Like, a lot of people can't do that shit. They can't pay a bill off of it. They can't even get something to eat off of their shit, bro. And I'm appreciative of that shit every fucking day, bro. Like, that shit is phenomenal, bro. It's a great-ass feeling. Like, cool, I might not, sometimes I do get a little discouraged, like, okay, I'll drop a song, this do 100,000, next one only do 50, or next one do 250, and the next one only do 5. Like, I'm like, damn, but at the end of the day, I have to realize, like, yo, any play, any listen, anybody who's a fan of my shit is something to be grateful for, bro. Like, I'm not about to sit here and try to compare or never be settled or be entitled all because I have these successes. Like, no. I just feel I'm happy with one fucking stream. I'm happy with one fan. Like, that's something that I'm at right now. Like, bro, I'm super happy with this shit, so.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to add on?
Nah, man.
That was a perfect end, no.
Hardbody, coming top of spring. The Villains, right after that, Excited for the Hate, All Girls Love Belly. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a phenomenal year, bro. Phenomenal year. I'm excited.
Polo needs to come out of hibernation and drop a project.
Yeah, he about to drop real soon, actually. Yeah, for sure.
He was talking to me about it. Like, the last session.
He literally was texting me on the way here, like, yo, send me cover arts and shit. He's like, yo, I'm about to drop. I'm like, I bet.
Let's get it. Let's get it, bro.
Belly's about to drop, too. He about to drop Hype Me Up video, so. Everybody got moving right now.
Oh, my God, bro. That's all you want to add?
Yeah, man. Didn't you say you had a question for me? Something about hoes and
we'll say that one. I was going to say the whole housewife question. I forgot about that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot about that shit. You think we'll end on this, a funny one. You think you could turn a hoe to a housewife?
No, you cannot. Like, I was telling you earlier, like, yo, I feel like every nigga has tried to do it. They probably not gonna admit that shit. Every nigga has tried to make a whole housewife, bro. No cap, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we know how that shit play out, bro. It's just not. It's not something that you're supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? It's just nah. Because eventually she gonna go back to her nature of what she know. You know what I'm saying? Especially when shit go wrong, she gonna go back to what she know. This is what it is. Like. Play the game, bro. Don't let the game play you. You know what I'm saying? Real lesson from the P. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe I almost forgot to ask that shit. I forgot. Honestly, the podcast went in a completely different direction because it just was mad informative, so I just rolled with it. I thought it was going to be us talking about funny shit, but I fucked with the way that it went.
Nah, for sure.
Informative shit. I completely forgot about that.
Hell yeah.
Bro, shout out to you. Thank you for being a loyal supporter for fucking years, too. And
absolutely, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm saying being so welcoming and treating me, allowing to be invited in y'all home and create the hits that I fucking hit. That I'm saying that's about to come out this year, so.
Of course, bro, because I was going to say, I think I gave you your flowers last pod, but I got to say, like, good looks. I said the same thing with the VB dudes. Yeah. You're someone who, when we were in our early stages, you were already, like, established in a sense, and you still gave us a look. It was no, like, I'm better than you, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I just appreciate the fact that you just instantly showed respect. It wasn't no shit. You know what I mean by that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean by that. And also, you've done so much. Like me and Sully were talking about it the other day. You've done so much just for DOD overall. I know your face isn't all over the page all the time, so people don't know that. But the amount of people you brought in here, relationships you've helped us make, everything, just loyalty that you had to us right off rip. Thank you.
Like, I appreciate that, bro.
Gotta put that in stone for the fucking podcast.
Yeah. I appreciate that, bro. For real, bro. You know it's love on this side, dog.
Hey, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's watching. I don't know how many times I need to say it to you guys. If you made it this far and you didn't click the like button, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Click that subscribe button. Go on Instagram. Follow I am Gio Dee. It's going to be in the description if you don't know how to tell it or spell it. I don't know why you wouldn't know how to spell it, but this has been Purple World episode 94. Next week, I'm not sure who we're going to be on the show with, but we'll see you motherfuckers next week. Peace.
Hard bodies.